What's up, YouTube? I gotta tell you what happened Saturday. It was a miracle. And I know, let me do a little disclaimer right now. Because a few people may say, oh, that wasn't all that big. You had us waiting on that. But for me, this was indicative of what Christmas is all about. Alright, check some of this out. Alright, for the last couple of weeks, my pastor and his wife have been talking about our church going to a homeless shelter and serving the different families that live there. And so, in my mind, and I think in everybody else's mind, we were going to take our children and let our children see that there are kids just like them that don't have what they have and how blessed they are. And they should stop acting like brats and for tripping. So so Saturday comes, which was this past Saturday, and we go, right? And we go into this place and we see our pastor and his wife's already there. And we just go ahead and say hey to them and hug them and everything. And the pastor's wife tell us, well, this is not a homeless shelter. And we like, oh yeah? What is it? And she's like, oh, it's a men's facility. What? And we like, well, what? And she's like, yeah, a men's facility. And I'm like, a men's facility for what? And she's like, oh. What? What? And so, we, kind of put me on guard because it's like, okay, well, my family here. So I'm getting a little like, cautious. So it was us there and there was another ministry there. And we getting everything, the tables ready, putting tablecloths down and getting the food ready and the plates and the drinks and all that stuff ready. And so I went into security mode. And so when I went into security mode, I saw some for real security in there. These big burly prison guard looking brothers. And I'm like, okay, where are we? So, this lady, was running it told us that it was a men's facility for substance abuse. So we it became time to open the doors, and the brothers came coming in, start walking in, and they looking at me and I'm looking at them, looking at me, looking at you, looking at me, looking at you. And so, we did the stare down and everybody calmed down a minute. So they got their plates and they ate. And they had a guy playing keyboards, playing Christmas music. And, this dude on the keyboards was rocking. He rocked that Temptation Silent Night. Anyway, these guys was eating good. Came back for seconds. Ate good. And then the lady who was running it got on the microphone. Beautiful lady. This lady was beautiful. She was so pretty. And she said that she had been 12 years clean, sober. And I was like, wow. I never even, she wouldn't even, she was beautiful. I was like, wow. And I never guessed that she went through any kind of drug addiction. But anyway, she introduced the keyboard player, and they had a couple of singers and all that stuff for the guys. And then my pastor's wife got up and she told these brothers that there's a void in the community, there's a void in the family, there's a void in a child's life, in a woman's life, because you're here. And until you get over that hump, this hump of kicking this addiction, then you can never fill that void again properly. And you need the Lord to fill the void, to get over that hump. And so, you know, brothers was eating like, and then when she started talking, she was like, you know, everybody was like, and so they stopped to listen. And then she told them that they were valuable. You know, a lot of people look at people with drug addictions and just throw them away. And she said, no, we don't look at you like that. You guys are valuable. You're valuable to God and you're valuable to us. There's a little girl who needs her daddy. There's a little boy who needs his daddy. There's a lady out there who needs her husband. There's a mom and dad out there who needs their son back. And see, the devil would love to keep you addicted to drugs. Therefore, you never really walk in the power that you have as a man to reclaim your families. You know, and you have a testimony as to where drugs can lead so that you can show future generations that ain't the way to go. Them brothers stopped eating, they stopped drinking, they stopped blinking. They was like, and so, I mean, really like, I mean, every place you look, brothers was just like, and so, she said, now, if you're serious about getting over this hump and reclaiming your place in your family and in the community, meet me at the altar. We're going to make Jesus Christ your personal Lord and Savior. And this facility holds 107 men. When she gave the altar call, 96 brothers got saved. 96. That was awesome. And see, that is the first step to kicking this addiction, to reclaiming their place in society, and then sharing what they've been through to future generations. 96 guys got saved. Now, Friday night, those guys were on their way to hell with no real clear picture of what they wanted to do and no real teaching on what God thinks about them. And they didn't feel love. But Saturday night, they had all of that. After they fed them and gave them entertainment and gave them encouraging words and gave them invitation and got them saved, and 96 guys got saved. They asked, did any of the men have anything to say? And all the way in the back was this little thin short man, and he walked up and he was limping, you know, he was limping up to the front. And he talked like this. He said, I appreciate you guys coming and helping us. You really didn't have to do it. The food was good, everything's nice. As a thank you, I like to sing a little song that I wrote when I used to write R&B and hip hop. I hope you like it. And that dude took a deep breath, and what came out of his mouth was like, it was like this.
Let me hold you tight, if only for one night.
The dude sounded like Luther. The dude sounded like Luther. And then he hit this real cool ending note. It was kind of like, and after the note, he went back to, thank you very much. And that's what Christmas is all about, giving to someone just because they are loved, they are valued, and it's somebody care.